I just finished watching Real Housewives of Potomac season 6 episode 7. I think it's called Gossip Girl. And Wendy just became one of my favorite characters. I used to hate that half. I used to think that she was just there, kind of boring. She was very educated, very smart. But I was like, she's boring me in this show. Like, give me something other than trying to be perfection. Now, we know that when somebody comes into a reality TV show, especially an African-American woman, they don't want to be known as the messy people that's just ghetto and talking shit. Wendy came on the show and she made sure to let everybody and their mama know that she was educated and that she's teach her, and she was raised in this very, very respectable family. Her sister's in medical field, blah, blah, blah. And so she was dressed very, very, like a high esteem. She wanted to give this image of she is flawless, okay? Then we get to this season, and like Ashley said, Wendy's behavior and Wendy's persona that she's now having to show on the show, because now she's the loosen up. She understands the last season she was uptight. Is like, damn, Wendy, you know, she's enjoying herself at this point. So we get to the part where Giselle is deciding to bring up a blog that apparently everybody on the cast knows about, stating that Wendy, I guess the reason why Wendy is showing herself as being this fun, stripper-like type person, showing her new body, her booty, her tits, everything that she didn't have, that is because there's rumors going on that her husband, Eddie, might be cheating on her. And because of that, she wants to show that she's unbothered. And that's why she's doing this. Now, we didn't have all these rumors come out in the blog about several of these cast members. There were some of them that were true. Jamal cheating on Giselle all around Atlanta, Baltimore, wherever the hell, all over the United States, spreading his seed out, trying to build his next Israelite tribes, just all over the fucking place, having no respect for Giselle, any woman that he's with, even having the respect to understand that he has 3 daughters, that has to look at him as an example, and they might end up marrying somebody like him. Shit. So all this shit is already going on. We know that that's true when Monique brought her binder. We knew that it was true when Ashley's man, Dean's father, I keep forgetting his name, just a little bald-headed man, was accused of having several sexual experiences, encounters with either some escort or whatever at a hotel while Ashley was pregnant. And because his ass also keeps wanting Juan to be in a relationship with him and leave Robin's little boring ass. So we knew that rumor hell was true, and him grabbing people's asses was true. We know that one. Then we had the rumor of, the tax evasion thing with Karen, Karen's husband not paying his taxes. That was true. We know that we didn't have the blog rumor that Robin's ass then already, after she got all her money stole, she had an issue with the tax company as well. She owed some taxes. So that was true as well. We didn't have several true rumors come out. This Eddie bullshit is definitely not true. And Giselle decided to be the bone carrier, come in here and she's going to tell Ashley everybody's business, knowing that Ashley is the loudest mouth in the group. That was a very calculated move, Giselle. I don't believe your little bullshit two-faced ass. So this episode, Wendy gathered her together, and I was very proud to say it. I had to go so far as to go and beat my face. Y'all know I'm pregnant and tired, but I had to get my face all ready for this review because I enjoyed every bit of the mess that happened in the show. So I don't have my notes, but I'm gonna try to recap what I remember. So it started off with them. They're still out in their little, womenly getaway thing that Candace, planned. They're out there. They wake up. After the last episode, I didn't do my review because I was too tired, but they wake up, they're all eating, having breakfast and everything like that. And we come to find out, Mia now lets, not Mia. Mia's there, Robin's there, Giselle's there. They're all in that one house. Candace is there in that one house that Robin then kicked Mia out of her room upstairs. And then on the other side of the island, we got Karen, and we have new girl Escala, and we also have Wendy. Okay, so they have them on the island. So then they're making their way down to the main house because now they got to eat breakfast and chill. Giselle decides that she wants to plan some workout thing in the pool. Everybody got dressed. Wendy looked her fine self because last episode, all the girls ganged up on her and Giselle told her that she basically had no substance now because she wants to show off the body that she didn't have done. And let's be clear, I intend to have a BBL after I'm dropping all these damn kids and my titties is sagging all the way to the floor from them sucking it dry. And when I do, I will be showing it off. And no, it won't be because I'm having issues in my marriage, because I enjoyed the money I spent. So So all this extra stuff that they're going after Wendy for, I don't understand. I think that Wendy's just living her best life now that she doesn't have to be a professor. Because y'all know that if you're a teacher, everything you do, including what you put in social media, matters. They just had a teacher in Utah fired when she expressed that she didn't like Trump, and she was pissed off that half her students that come into the school unvaccinated, and because she had a pre-existing condition, she feels like they were out here putting her ass in danger, so she went all the way the fuck off. They fired her ass. So we know that it matters, and so Wendy had to keep up a certain persona to keep up her job. Now that she didn't quit the job and she started her own business, she gets to be who she wants to be and without any repercussions. So I don't know why these bitches are going after her like that. Then Ashley shows up to the house, messy ass, but I was happy to see her. And Mia then lets Ashley know, Mia and Karen let Ashley know that Wendy was very hurt by what they did ganging up on her last episode, telling her that she didn't have no substance because she's now showing off her girls. Girl 1 and girl 2, twin 1 and 2, and all the work that she didn't have done, that they're making her seem like she's now a ditzy person. It's unfair for this light-skinned bitches that are sitting up in the corner letting her know, the only really dark-skinned girl there, that she doesn't have any substance because she's behaving like half of them didn't have the work. Mia came up there and she told us all the work she didn't have. She had a puss done. I don't see them going after her. I know they want to say something like, well, Mia came there, this is how she came into the show. But Mia has been caught in several lies, including the fact that she didn't lie and told us that she wasn't a stripper. She said she was a stripper in the beginning. She used to strip. Now she says she's not a stripper. I'm going to get to that point. So I don't know why everybody's going after Wendy. I just think that it's not fair. If she wants to show her body this season, let her show her damn body. It don't mean that she's crazy. It don't mean that she's been cheated on. It means that she's just enjoying her new body that she paid for. It's her money. She can show it off. Just like when you pay for that wig and you put it on your head, you showing that shit off because it's your money you spent. Now, as they're expressing this to Ashley, Ashley says something so fucking ignorant. That doesn't sound like my friend. Bitch, who the hell else does it sound like? Tell me. Because we're used to Giselle running her mouth and being in people's family business. I think that everybody on that stage needs to apologize to Monique. Because everybody that went up at her, making it seem like she was hallucinating when she tried to fuck up Giselle with that binder by saying that Giselle inserted herself in her family and brought up some shit about her son having a father that was her gym trainer, whatever the case is, that she was fucking him, and that her son is not her husband, doesn't belong to her husband. Do you know how fucked up that shit is? This is recorded TV. That kid can grow up and still see it. But everybody made it seem like Monique's ass was crazy for acting the way she acted when her family was tampered with. But leave it to Giselle, who's miserable with a man who's cheating on her, don't want her, with her 16 little Do you all notice she has like 16 rows on her neck? It looks like it was like a botched pottery experiment. And she's sitting up there running her mouth about somebody else's business. But then we have that situation happen where they're talking to Ashley. Ashley decides that maybe Karen is going overboard with talking bad about Giselle, but you just know that Karen's also hurt because Giselle also said that she was a troll last episode when she said she didn't want to talk about her business. Giselle is actively bullying Karen because she's basically holding Karen to the same, to holding Karen responsible for what Monique chose to do. Monique is not here for her to bully her, so she's going after Karen. Karen is using different little things, talking about, she needs to apologize to my kid because she wished death on her husband. I think that was an exaggerated thing. However, Karen is fed up with Giselle, so everything that Giselle does at this point is going to infuriate her. And Karen is trying to keep up this strong facade, but y'all can tell that Karen is genuinely hurt by the way that Giselle is bullying her. Giselle is bullying Karen. That's just because she's bullying her. Then we get to the point where they're now eating before the whiskey tasting. They're now eating and they're enjoying their food. And Ashley brings up that Wendy, how Wendy was feeling and stuff like that to the group. And Wendy decides to speak and said, yes, I was taken aback when she said that I had no substance and that I had substance last season. And so this season, because of my body, I don't have any substance. So is my body supposed to define my level of intelligence or entertainment on the spectrum of what? Like, what are you talking about? And Ashley now jumps in and said, no, we didn't mean it like that because we noticed a complete difference in your behavior. Robin's ass comes out of the house. Now, before Robin shows up, Giselle gives this very mediocre Jackie-like apology for Married to Medicine that don't mean shit. She might as well just said, I'm done with it. The same shit that Jackie did. It was just stupid. Giselle's apology was just useless. I wouldn't accept that bullshit either. But Wendy talked her piece, said how she felt and said that was wrong because she's expecting who she thinks is her friend. Wendy, these are your fucking coworkers. They're not your damn friends. But she's expecting them not to treat her like this at all, but there are. When Robin comes out, Giselle seems to have gone back in her shell. But as soon as Robin's ass comes out, she somehow has a fire lit on her ass. It's almost like Robin and Giselle feed off each other's negativity. And no matter what happens, Robin is going to now associate herself with whatever beef that Giselle is having. And Giselle's going to stay quiet, let her bulldog with she has no substance. If anything, Robin has nothing to give to the show. Not a damn thing. She's only inserting herself in other people's problems and making it her own. Primarily Giselle's issues, Giselle's squabbles, Giselle's beef. She keeps inserting herself in. We ain't got nothing to do with her. Monique knew what was right. She ignored the fuck out of Robin the whole time in that reunion last season. So everybody needs to just ignore Robin every time she speaks. But Robin decides to come out and they include her in the conversation, and she decides to insert herself in. And then all of a sudden it's like a bulldog going after Wendy. And in the midst of that, Giselle said something that affected me in particular. Giselle used the word combative to describe Wendy. And Wendy, in my opinion, and I'm sure in everybody's reasonable opinion that's watching the show, Wendy did not cuss. Wendy wasn't yelling at her. Wendy wasn't jumping out of her table. Wendy didn't throw shit. Wendy spoke to Giselle and everybody in that table more calmer than Candace's ass and Ashley's ass have ever articulated that themselves in an argument. And Giselle used the word combative with Wendy, and that to me is a racial thing. I don't care what anybody says. Why would you use it? Combative, might as well say she's aggressive. If I'm talking like this, I'm talking louder than Wendy was talking. Would somebody come up here and be like, you sound aggressive? Well, bitch, fuck you. I don't care what you think. But she used the word combative as if it's almost like a reverse psychology manipulative tactic, because Wendy did touch on race last season, or I think the first season she came on the reunion, she touched on race and touched on the trigger words that Ashley were using based on race and how she perceived it. She's allowed to see things, whether Ashley did it or not. That's how Wendy felt. And she's allowed to say that. Now flash forward and Giselle is using the same trigger words when Wendy's trying to check her for the words that she said toward her that are disrespectful. You're not going to say I don't have any substance because I had some work done. Does Mia not have substance because she had work done? Does Karen not have substance? And we know Karen has some work done. She may have had some some Botox, but it's still work done. You can't look at somebody because they have some kind of surgical alterations on their body and say that means they don't have any substance. Bitch, fuck you. So that shit pissed me off. Now, moving forward, after they're done ganging up on Wendy, they leave. They have to do their whiskey tasting. Obviously, we see Robin. Robin is taking everything to the head. The mimosas, whatever, not mimosas, the little margaritas, whatever mixed drinks they were drinking looked bomb as hell. I wanted to try it. Then we had Giselle going off to the corner to talk to Ashley, and Ashley relaying the conversations and stuff like that she had with Giselle. Giselle said, well, that's her personal problem. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I didn't make her feel bad. Fuck you, Giselle. You just don't know how to take responsibility for nothing. But they're now drinking, enjoying themselves. Everybody seems to be having fun. Robin's ass is twerking, whatever the hell. She's twerking thighs. That's what she's doing. She's not twerking ass. She's twerking her thighs. But she's over there and they're having fun. And Ashley, before she's getting ready to go, decides that she wants to talk to Wendy off on the side to now bring up the conversation Giselle had with her regarding the blog about Eddie cheating. And Wendy is immediately in the defense. And I can see why she's in the defense. They just attacked her and said that she had no substance because she had work done on her body, and because they said that her personality has become a little bit more outgoing, extravagant. She's not boring. Wendy, the professor Wendy that had to maintain a persona to keep her job and keep her image, she doesn't have that. She doesn't have to be good for mommy. She doesn't have to do things the way the mommy wants her to do. She's now finding her own self and doing her own thing, and her own self likes to have fun, drink, twerk, go up and down pose if she needs to. She likes to enjoy herself. And in the midst of that, these girls decide to bring up the blog and make it a topic of conversation for the matter of a show. Everybody knew about the blog, but people had the respect for Wendy not to say nothing, right? So Ashley's bringing it to Wendy saying, oh, it wasn't malicious. We were just talking about your relationship because we wanted to figure out what it is about you that caused that, number one. Number two, it wasn't just that. They also said something along the lines of, Ashley said because she felt like, because her relationship has been attacked because of whatever's on the blog, she felt like having this conversation with Wendy will bring her closer together. The problem is Giselle, if she was genuine, should have been the one to bring that up to her and away from the group, and certainly not using her body changing and her, body shaming her, using it as an excuse to say that she's behaving that way because her husband is cheating on her. What kind of shit is that? But She told Wendy's pissed off because she didn't have all these built up tension with Giselle. This is just it. This is what set her all the way over. So she goes over there. Everybody's now tipsy on whiskey, and she says, hey, let me just talk to the group real quick. She now brings this conversation up, and she addresses everybody. Did you say it? Were you part of the conversation? Robin says no. Karen, were you part of the conversation? Karen says no. Candace says she don't even know Wendy. She don't even know nothing about Eddie. Then we get to Mia. Mia said no, I wasn't part of it. Ascala said no, she wasn't part of it. So the only culprit we have is Giselle and her 16 necks. So we're sitting there and they're having this conversation. She lets Giselle know, I'm putting your ass on notice, bitch, because you're not about to sit here and bring my husband's blog or some rumor, whatever, in this conversation and make my husband a topic of conversation in this reality TV show and let everybody talk, because it's not just gonna be reality TV. Everybody else, like myself, are gonna be talking about it, and it might be a situation where it's gonna get worse. Somebody out there might come out and say Eddie was fucking her, and it wasn't even true just because this came on the show just to make themselves relevant. There are so many different consequences that come out of it, including Wendy's children hearing about this shit. So, bitch, why you bring my husband into this? I'm married. Your ass was trying to chase Jamal in the collection plate in church, and he wouldn't even wipe your ass again. In addition, cheating on you again. Because you're miserable, and you don't have your man, and you don't have the father of your child. Hell, your daughters don't even like that man. So what you do is you go after other people's marriages and other people's relationship outside of Robin, who's your bulldog, when you get into an argument to try and ruin somebody else's happiness because you're miserable. So Wendy's over there reading her for filth. And Giselle goes, we didn't even mean it like that. We were just talking to you. I don't even. And Wendy says, I'm saying this as nice as I can. Giselle's little defensive ass goes, I don't care if you say it, mean it. What the fuck? Then, of course, Robin with her irrelevant ass speaks up. What are we talking about? Bitch, she ain't got nothing to do with you. She now opened up and Wendy said, you need to mind your business, so let your friend tell you later. I'm not addressing you. Robin says something else and keeps going. She said, you don't even have a relationship that's even meaningful or even believable or even true. We don't even know. You've been engaged for the past 5 seasons. Hell no, you weren't engaged. You were together and not together for 4 seasons. Y'all got engaged by the 5th season and shit. Y'all haven't got down the aisle. We're in season 6, bitch. We don't even know when your ass is going to get married. So we don't believe your relationship. It's just a waste of time. So shut up. Robin goes, what the fuck, and da-da-da. And then Mia goes, no, her relationship is real, bitch. I don't believe it's real. Then she tells Giselle that everything that's happening to her right now is a direct result of what her spirit has put out into the universe. God is paying, your life right now was God's punishment to you for everything you didn't do to everybody else. And that hurt my soul. That hit me like, woo! Tell the truth and shame the devil, child, because karma is the bitch. Giselle has not been able to keep a successful relationship since the beginning of the show. She has not been able to. I think that she brought a boyfriend beginning of the season. She didn't have somebody that she's actually with, and it seems like she's cycling out different men. Last season, she tried to lie to us and tell us that her and Jamal were actually trying to build something. I don't know why the hell. I don't know how she could even do something. It was a joke to me, bitch. Are you crazy? But she brought him in and said they were really making an effort, and I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. But she was serious, and Monique read that whole relationship down. And that's probably one of the reasons why she decided that they're not suited for each other, because she don't want to keep being embarrassed all over again. Like her father said, this man is full of shit. And her own daughters told her, hell no, I don't want this man in our life. He's our daddy, but he is not a good man. And damn shot, her daughters were smarter than you, bitch. And you sitting up here now picking on somebody else's marriage, where a man who's working hard, staying with his wife and supporting his family, you want to break that down by bringing up some bullshit ass rumor for television show drama. Why would you play with somebody's family like that? You deserve every karma that comes to you, and you're getting it right now, because now I already seen you for who you are, and so is Wendy. And shit, I enjoyed every single thing that Wendy told her ass and gave her. Robin's in the corner still running her mouth and talking when nobody wants to listen to what she has to say. Because I'm thinking, Robin, when Ashley brought your relationship up with you and Juan first season, you had an issue with it. You almost whooped her ass. So I don't know why you're acting so aloof. I don't care how many whiskey drinks you didn't have, but you had the same problem when your husband, when your man, whoever the hell he is, not even your boyfriend, I don't know, your side piece, I don't know who he is to you, because we don't have a title yet, okay? You said fiance, I don't believe it, but you had an issue with Ashley when that was brought up in first season. Now you acting brand new. I can't stand Robin. I want her gone. Robin gets on my fucking nerves, and I think that her and Giselle combined are a combined bully. They bully whoever the hell they can. Mia didn't even have anything to say. Karen didn't have anything to say. Candace was just in shock. She didn't have anything. Candace was just pissed off that somebody was there to ruin her little gathering. But Candace also does not like Ashley, because Ashley sided with Monique when she helped Monique in court. Candace ain't never going to forget that or forgive that. I mean, she has a point. If you go against me, bitch, then hell. I mean, I'm just saying. But Candace already is irritated when Ashley showed her ass. You see her face? She was not happy inside that pool. But then next scene comes in. Ashley gets up after Wendy's done reading Giselle for filth and embarrassing her ass yet again on TV. Then Ashley goes off and Candace decides to check her. Why would you bring that shit from the blogs over here? But Candace, you tripping, because your ass brought several shit on the blogs out on the reunion shows with Ashley and her husband and her family. Hell, you were talking about how Michael was grabbing people's booties and shit like that. So you had a lot to say to Ashley. So I don't think that you're the person to even bring that up to Ashley. The problem is you just don't like Ashley, period, and you don't want her ass there. You should have just said that in the first place. But Candace decides that she wants to kick Ashley out, who was already on her way out the door anyway. She didn't come and cause the drama, brought the drama, and now she's gonna leave after she caused the mess. Wendy is done with Giselle. She don't want to hear shit from Giselle. Giselle's going to give her yet another piss poor ass apology in the future when she sees that Wendy and Karen are getting a little bit closer together. And I can't wait to see it. This episode gave me life. I was excited. I enjoyed it. And y'all tell me what you think and what you perceived and how you felt, because I had a lot as it was playing. I mean, I can't even remember verbatim what Wendy said. I just remember how she did it and how she told Giselle about her karma and how her life is what it is because of how she treats other people. How she told Giselle that she put her ass on notice and she don't get your ass whipped, bring my husband in your mouth. She did say that her husband Eddie looked like Idris Elba, and Giselle said in the stripper bus when they were coming here that she would do everything to Idris, baby, and she liked herself a chocolate man. Y'all saw what Jamal looked like, even though he looked like a rat. He was a chocolate looking rat. So as she's over here talking about Eddie, who she probably is attracted to, who belongs to Wendy, bitch, girl, bye. Okay, Giselle, Giselle's good for a reality TV show, but she's an asshole. She is. I don't like her. Okay, you guys, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.